So recently I watched a clip from the television show in Australia called the Footy Show, the AFL Footy Show, and someone recommended another video from this show, and it features Chopper Reid, who I've seen being interviewed in a video before. It was an interesting video. He is a pretty unique character, of course, and Mark Jacko Jackson, who I think I've seen on another AFL video that I've seen before, and I think he was an AFL player that was having some controversies or was a bit of a crazy player sometimes. Tell me more about him. I don't really know too much. I just remember seeing him mentioned on a previous video. This is an interview in 2002 with those two on this show, so recommend more from this show as well. Tell me if you've seen this one before. Let's watch.
Next day, and he could be making it back to back the way we're going tonight, I reckon. But anyway, Chopper and Mark Jackson have just completed a sellout tour of Australia. Nice little snort there.
Yeah, sorry.
You've been on the snuff or something, haven't you?
Could have been on anything.
Chopper Reid and Mark Jacko Jackson have just completed a sellout tour of Australia with their comedy show Never Plead Guilty. Quite appropriate. Now,
Wait a minute, man. They had a comedy show together. Again, I know a little bit about Jacko. Obviously, I know more about Chopper Reid, having watched the movie and seen the interview with him and stuff. Two very different backgrounds, but to do a comedy show of all things together, tell me if you went to see that. I guess it probably, when you've got two unique characters like that, it would create some funny moments, but I can't imagine how that would be.
The reason of why the boys are on the show tonight, amongst other things, have a bit of fun, of course, but they also have been raising a huge amount of money for junior football and grassroots football clubs right around the country. They call themselves, and they've just had a hit show in Adelaide called the Wild Colonial Psychos. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, yep, you better believe it, tonight we have got live in the studio Mark Jacko Jackson and Mark Brandon Chopper Reid.
Don't want to mess with those two, man. He's a big boy.
Bloody Olympics stole that from me. Don't take me!
Well, Jacko, welcome aboard, mate.
Well, it's great to be back here. Of course, I used to work here, as you know. Lucky I'm not. I would have been starving to death. But, yeah, I've hooked up with Chopper and we've got a national tour going around called the Wild Colonial Psychos. We're off to Perth and Northern Territory and Adelaide with Terry from Vegas. And, of course, it's going very, very well. We've even stomped the boards of the theatre. Yeah. And, yeah, it's been really good.
Well, Mark, it's a bit of a career change for you, isn't it? Let's be honest. And what have you found going around all these grassroots footy clubs and the likes? What's been the overwhelming response?
Oh, it's good fun. If people like it, they get a laugh, raise a lot of money. A lot of battling clubs got the arse out of their pants, so they get us on. We make a few bob for them.
Now, what's been the major seller in the merchandise department?
Meat cleavers.
Now, Chopper, Edward.
I mean, that's that comedy timing there, man. I don't know if that's true or not. Did they actually have some sort of like meat cleaver as a piece of merchandise? That's actually believable for him, but yeah. So I guess this was a real show, man. I get somebody watching this must have went to see that. Tell me what actually happened. What were they actually doing? But like even just this whole interview, the characters, it just feels like something that wouldn't be around these days. Like it's just like so like these raw characters. I feel like you don't get these people in the media anymore that have these personalities. Is that a fair thing to say? I don't know.
The public at large are absolutely intrigued and fascinated by it, aren't they?
Eric Benner's doing me a bit of good, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah. Then again, I dragged him out of the rubbish bin and gave him something to do with his life, so I told him, why not?
And you wander around, Mark, you might be able to answer this, Jacko. You both wander around undisturbed, no threats, no worries, no violence,
that's not quite.
No problems.
Put it this way, Sam. No one steals anything from the merchandise show.
No. We were travelling from Mount Magnet to Leonora, and yeah, it was like the killing fields. There was that many dead animals where trucks plough their way through, and I don't know if the guy was out there on a sporting mission, but the actual Tarago got hit by a couple of shots.
With 3 shots through the Tarago with an infield 303. You don't hunt
I
kangaroos.
put it down to bad luck.
Just pull back a bit here, sir.
No. And you say the meat cleaver is the biggest item in the...
There they got Peter
merchandising.
Bazasto and Mark Jackson, footballs and football jumpers. They said, "You got nothing to add to the memorabilia?" So I said, "I don't know." So I just went out and bought a meat cleaver and signed it. It went for $1,600 at Roxby Downs.
You sold 2,000.
Then the drunken bastard started throwing it from one end of the bar to the other.
I wonder who owns that today, where it is.
You're not carrying, are you?
No,
Mark,
no,
you don't carry,
No,
mate.
he passed that, and then of course...
No, just wondering, in case
I
you
haven't carried a gun for a
minute.
no.
Listen,
no,
Sam,
no, I haven't carried a gun for. I've been out of jail 5 years now. I haven't carried a gun for a good 3 years. So.
So proud of it. He's like,
That's all right now.
I guess that's a good
As soon as
thing.
they find me one, so I don't bother.
What was your favourite piece? Just a Magnum or a...
Yeah,
Derringer?
new model Black Hawk 44 single action Magnum.
I see, yes, no.
Yeah, well, let's get off this. Yeah, well, you're having a bad night. Don't make it worse.
You better believe it. Jacko, you've got a DVD coming out. There it is.
Live at the Trocadero.
Tell us about this little number.
Well, that's a show that we put together. It's very Australian. It seems we're getting clobbered by Irish acts.
Yeah, I just wanted to just take a little bit more of a look. The kings of cutthroat comedy. Look at the graphics here, standing in the flames, the pose. Again, that looks like it. I don't know whether that's the real DVD or not, man. It looks so just put together in paint or something like that. But it feels like it could be the real thing. It's a fantastic cover. Reminds me of some early 2000s. Southern American rap, mixtapes. That's a very niche reference, but it reminds me of something like that. It's great. Great stuff.
Seems we're getting clobbered by Irish acts, English acts, and everything that's not Australian. And I think Chopper and myself going around telling anecdotal stories where people are getting a good time and laughing, raising a few bob. It's beneficial not only for us, but it's also beneficial for them. So. Yeah, we're doing something, good, and like I said, you've got to get on with your life and move into something different. And I quite like working theatres and footy clubs and the variety of it. You'll work that out one day, Sam, when you actually get up on the stage and people actually pay to go and see you on the stage. It's a whole different environment. Walking with a big elephant, like these three guys here and yourselves, talking about Kerry Packer, and you've got the opportunity.
I like you, Kerry.
No, but you've got to have the ability to go out and earn a living. Well, not all of us can be blessed with a footy show.
That's right.
And that's what we're doing. And it's very Australian. We've got stories to tell, and we tell them well. And it's bloody good entertainment.
No, you make a good point, Mark. We've been patently unsuccessful, and we're just wondering how we can actually just squeak by in the next 5 or 6 years.
Well.
The backhanded compliments or the little digs there, the passive aggressiveness. It's quite a funny dynamic there, man. Actually, I want to know more about the history of that as well. Actually, but I like Jacko. He seems like a pretty cool guy. I think he's still alive today. This is 2002. I'd love to know what he's up to today. Still doing things. What's happened since then as well.
Gary, this one, Mark. Chopper, Mark.
You'll be able. I'll lend you some money for some more Botox.
Yes.
I read your
Nice.
books, the first Chopper ones that came out, not the kids one. We'll get on to that in a minute. But I read this story. I want to know if it's true about one day. I think you said you went to the Western Oval. You had a couple of beers, and Warwick Capper was playing.
Yeah.
Did it cross your mind?
I won't tell you I was standing next to him. His name's Gilbert. They call him the Tiger. He had 30 grand on him. He said, if you could shoot that bloke at the back of the knee, I'll give you 30 grand. I turned. I had the gun down here. I turned to look at the pie stand. I went like that. I wasn't going to do nothing. I was just checking the area of escape. By the time I turned back, he'd run away. He was on the football field. He was supposed to be running. I wouldn't have done it anyway. I was just looking.
Thanks for bringing that one up, Gary.
Of course, Gary's got his book out. What's the book called?
It'd be Speaky McGee, and this one's for you, Chopper. I brought this one along because I know you've written some kids' books, or a kids' book.
Well, the only difference between you, Gary, and Chopper, Chopper's actually sell.
one goes on. We get locked, set 'em up.
Well, that's Mark's one there. That's it's called Hooky the Cripple, and it came a bit. It was.
What the fuck? Again, man, I don't know what's
called Hooky the Cripple, and it came a bit.
I don't know what's true and what's not in this interview. This is one of the most like mental interviews. The second mental interview I've seen with Chopper Reid for a different reason. This one, all the stories and props, I don't know if they're true or not, but I guess so. Hooky the Cripple in a blood-soaked blade. What on earth is going on, man?
It was.
Is that like... He said that's a children's book, man. Like, if I read that to my son before he goes to sleep, I wake up, man, in a pool of blood.
I know that there's going to be a couple of celebrity book readings this weekend when Harry Potter comes out. But it's after 9:30. We can go. I'll just read a little bit out of it, Mark, and maybe you can give us some of the inspiration of this. Hooky screamed and, drawing his fishing knife from his belt, stabbed Manuelo the butcher 21 times in the head. The butcher fell in the mud, dead.
She turned into like a rap song.
Has Becky got anything on that?
I
wouldn't read any out, Gary.
No, there's a new chapter I just wrote just then. Specky was in the playground at school, going through the ritual of picking teams at lunchtime. He looked at his lifelong friends, Danny and Robbo, and there was absolutely no doubt in the wide world who he was going to pick as the first player on his team. In his loudest, proudest voice, he declared, "I pick Hooky the Cripple."
Gary, did anyone get shot or murdered in your book? I mean, come on,
that's when the ox gets a run in about book 8.
The only thing murdered in his book is the English language. Don't worry about that. Boys, you've got a song to take us out on.
Well, yes.
Actually, before you do, Jacko, because Mark, you've actually got a art gallery exhibition coming up. Just roll the videotape here. There's some of your work, and you're quite serious about your artwork.
Yeah, why not?
Tell us about it.
Well, every other bugger makes money out of it, why can't I?
That's actually on at Dante's in Fitzroy on the 27th?
28th. 28th the private party, 29th is when everyone else can come.
Chopper, was that done while you're inside, or...?
No, I did it outside. The ones I did
There's
inside.
Ned Kelly with tits!
Is that really his artwork again, man? Like this? It actually looks... I don't know if that's a fair thing to say, but it looks like more of that sort of native people's type style of art. Again, that's just a very uneducated observation. It's probably not anything like that, but it's just what it kind of reminds me of. Is that fair to say? Where do you think the inspiration from this art comes from? It looks very unique, not like too much I've seen before, not like too much mainstream art, I guess you could say, which makes sense coming from someone like Chopper, but kind of trying to turn his life around here at this time, doing a lot of different things, a lot of artistic things.
That's quite unique.
All right, boys. Mark,
What are they selling for?
No, it's good stuff. I actually bought one of Chopper's paintings.
No, yeah, what would it cost?
200 every Tuesday. He tells me when it stops.
Very good.
Boys, you got to...
I mean, I just want to even say, like, the set here, I've not seen one of those things for like a long time. They were like obviously kind of popular around about these things. I don't even know what you call that thing, but I remember there used to be like some shops, the gadget shop in Britain that sold all these types of things. Yeah, I guess that was the trend at the
Song to
time.
take us
Yes,
out.
this is the one we do on
I got
the
these
DVD.
words tatted on my back, and that's why we sing it.
It comes from the movie.
Cool and Luke.
Righto.
Called Plastic Jesus.
I don't care rains or freezes, as long as I got my plastic Jesus
Sitting on the dashboard of my car.
dressed in colours, pink and pleasant, clothes in the dark, 'cause they're old and take it with you when you travel far. Get yourself a sweet Madonna, dressed in rhinestones, sitting on a pedestal of Apolloni's shelf. Doing that if it ain't scary, 'cause I know I got the Virgin Mary assuring me that I ain't going to hell.
Ozzy, Ozzy, Ozzy!
I mean, yeah, for sure, like 2002, that was an interview from a different time, but just so like entertaining. As I say, just I don't want to be one of these people who's like, oh, you wouldn't see that these days, but you just wouldn't see those sort of characters, the banter between them. It's like so funny. Like that's like how people talk to each other, taking the piss out of each other. Yeah, a lot of very raw things they're talking about and stuff. But great interview. 2 very like awesome characters. Love that. Tell me what you think about this one. Recommend more from the Footy Show. Thanks.